Good evening. I thought I'd just come on a little bit early in case any of my team members wanted to see how to use these tools. As noted in the description down below the video here, there's a link to, actually it's up above the video in the caption above. There's a link to an article that I did yesterday on using Viral Adams Webmaster tools. I've got a post put up over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy the invite. If any of my team members want to come in on this live stream and jump in on this. I don't know if anybody's online right now since it's the weekend. I'm going to make this short because tomorrow is Sunday, Easter Sunday, for a lot of people they're going to be observing. So I'm going to make this real short. I'm going to share my screen over on the other computer, over on the moderator computer. And going to stop the camera and mute the mic over there. And I'm going to share the screen that I'm working with over here. And we're not going to share any of the audio and sound. So I'm going to do two things, or three things. I'm going to show you how to take a lead capture page or a blog post. And we'll just use this one for example. This is a landing page, bridge page that I put together for a Max Bounty product. It takes them straight over without signing up. There's no funnel. Okay, so if they was to click on this button right here, it would take them directly over to the Max Bounty offer, where then they can do their name and email. There's a reason for this, okay? You don't want to be asking for information twice, even though I don't get the name and email capture. I could go about a different funnel. I could send this page over to a pre-existing list of subscribers that I already have. So instead of trying to capture information here and then send them over to another page where it captures them again, you know, people are not going to do that, okay? So you got to kind of think through, how do you want to set up your funnel and what stages do you want to go through? So it's kind of like, you know, the other night when I was showing you how to take your traffic from a solo ad source over to a blog and then your lead capture page or a bridge page like this. So if you want to collect leads, names and emails, or just emails on a cold lead list, you got to sit down and plan, okay? Once you get this planned in, you want to get organic traffic, or SEO, as they say. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here and we're going to open it up and look at view page source. You can use Control U, Control and the letter U. And then we're going to turn the line wrap on so we don't have stuff scrolling off the page. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the Webmaster tools. Now you're going to be able to download this over here. Webmaster tools is available right here on this article icon. I'm going to be inserting a video in on this page when this tutorial is finished. Okay. Webmaster tools is an old executable file. It works on Windows and Macs, Windows all the way back from like the version 5.0 days. This is like turn of the century, but it's still good. It runs as an executable. When you click on that image, it's going to open up and it's going to download as a zip file where you can then take it. It's about almost 1 megabyte, 935 kilobytes. Okay. Then you can take it and open it up, or you can show it in its location in the folder. Catch the name of it up here, right click, copy, and then you could take it and put it over into a folder where you can find it, okay, and then unzip it. When you unzip it, it's going to extract. You can put it in a folder where you can find it, and then you can put it on your desktop, or you can put it down here on a Windows unit. You can put it down here on your toolbar. Put it wherever you want to. It's got some nifty tools in it, and I'm going to show you how to use some of the tools here. This, we're going to create meta tags. On the Webmaster Tools 3, we're just going to click on meta tags because we want to come over here and make sure our meta tags are placed properly into the head section where it reads first. And we're going to tell it no on the smart tags from Microsoft. And then we plug in our tag title right here. Any keywords that we have for this particular product, a site description, and then the publisher's name. We're going to put ours, and then the copyright details, and English is the language. And then you're going to use the index, tell it to follow, and you can set the follow rate at 14 days, 30 days, 90 days, 45 days, or every 7 days, okay, so that the spiders in the search engine come back and follow it, all right? And then it will populate this window with the code, and then you just copy it to your memory and then go paste it in, all right? So what we're going to do here is, and you're basically going to do the same thing with this little tool down here, the free meta tag generator. That's just, you know, something that you can use online. It does basically the same thing. Has some optional meta tags, title, description, keywords, index follow, yes, no, no follow. If you want the spiders to index your site, leave it on index, yes, follow, yes. Put in your copyright information, okay. Select your language, which is English US. And then, of course, you would put in your author information, creation date, distribution. You want to go global unless you're working local. If you work local, perhaps you're, let's say you're working out of Columbus, Ohio, in that area, in that region, it's going to narrow down a search and keep it in that area. If you want to select distribution, go global, then you want it to go there. Okay. Rating, you have general, kids, mature, and restricted. Okay. So you're going to tell the search engines, you know, that you're just posting general information, and then you would generate your meta tags. We'll come back to that. All right. So let's go back over here to this tool here. And the title tag I'm going to find up here. I did a Control U. We're going to find our title tag up here in the title. We're just going to highlight that, right click, copy. We're going to come back and paste that right in there. Title tag, Control V. Keywords. We don't have any keywords here, so what I'm going to do is look for some keywords that I've already put together in a text file. I'm going to take the word wrap off so I don't have any line breaks, and copy that, put this down, and come back over here and put in tools there. Might add Webmaster tools. Some of the other sites that we're visiting is entire web display advertising. We're going to use, let's see what else, active search results, ASR, and exact seek. And you can use exactseek.com. You can use the .coms on them. And here we're going to give it a site description. We're going to take the site description up here in the line right here that says meta name description. We're just going to take it. Basically, it's repeating the title. Okay. And we're going to copy that whole string here. Copy that. We're going to come back here and we're going to overwrite this because I didn't get the whole string in there. Now we got that, and then come down here and paste that in there. And the publisher, we're going to put publisher name, Ernest Odell, viral adam.com. Content language is English. Copyright details is copyright C 2021. Viral adam.com and Ernest Odell. Allow search engines to index the page, and we're going to say index. Allow search engines to follow, and we're going to say follow. Back in the old days, they used to use do follow, okay? And here we're going to tell the search engines to return every 7 days, okay? Now, once we've got all that plugged in, we're going to hit create meta tags, and there it is, okay? And we're going to copy that script to the clipboard, to your memory. And we're going to leave this open. And we're going to go back into the editor that I'm using for this page. And I am using the Power Lead system as my all-in-one toolbox editor. I can create websites, host, do a number of things over there. We'll go into my web pages, and this is the Millionaire shortcut, okay? And we're going to open it up to edit in the editor. And we're going to leave those as is. We just will save changes. And we're going to save the background. And here is where we're going to take just that simple white background and leave it as is. We're going to go in here to the source code, okay? You notice that in the editor, it doesn't put a whole lot of information, even though you plug it in on the front end of this save process. It's got the title blank in there. So what we're going to do is give this a few carriage returns, because we've already copied this into the memory. And we're going to come up here and just do paste, okay? And I'm going to take this out because webmastertools.sawpit.net, they are no longer in business. They were down in Australia. Okay, so now we have this information here. I just want to read this first, and it really doesn't matter what's here, but just for safety, so I don't mess up the page, I'm just going to leave that there. And it'll all automatically sort. So here we have this right here, and we've got revisit after 7 days, follow on the robots, index, copyright, English, publisher content, ErnestO'DellViralAdam.com, meta tag wizard. And since this is being hosted over on the Master Marketers Academy, I'm going to leave that as is, okay? I should put mastermarketersacademy.com, but I'm going to leave it for now. You can always go in and change it later. And you see everything in here. The title is set properly. It's got the proper meta equiv, character set ISO right here on the meta tag, prevent parsing, Microsoft Smart Tags. We really don't need that, okay? And we'll take that out. All right, so basically I could do the same thing over here with this, and then it would generate the tags. It's easy, you don't have to download. If all you need is just meta tags, you really don't need to download the tools. And I'm going to show you where you can get it if you want it. It's free. Okay, I don't do any support on it. As I made a note up here, all these tools are provided as is, and I offer no support, but I do show you how to use them, a little training, okay? So now we got that saved. We click to save all of that, and then I'm going to go up here in my editor and click View Page, and there is the front end. We don't see the code in the back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and open up View Page Source, and now we see the old meta tags down here. That shouldn't be a conflict, but now we see the new meta tags up here, starting just below the first head tag and down to about here is the end of the new tags. The rest of it, okay, was over here at the meta equiv. Those are the old tags, all right? So now we have all the new tags in there. And now what we want to do is take this new tagged, and I can go ahead and close this, and I can log out of my editor, and we leave that open. I'll open this up later if I need it, and go back over here, and I want to close this, and close that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and copy the URL, because we've got all the new tags in here. All right, so let's go back and check and make sure. And sure enough, there it is. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and plug this into a few of the search engine submitters that I use. Okay. This link right here is a text file, opens up a new tab. So if you want a copy of a lot of these search engine submit sites and the free tag generator, and where you can get the viral atom upload for Webmaster tools, the first link to the tool itself is right here. And then the second link is to this text file. So you can just basically take this text file and save it as a text file, text document, search engine submission sites, and put it on a folder where you can put it in a folder where you can find it. All right. We're not going to save it because we already have it and we've uploaded it. So now we're just going to go down here and we're going to, for example, use active search results. And I'm going to sign in, and I've already got an account there. You can create a free account. And we're going to go into manage your websites indexed in active search results, ASR. You see I've got several here that are being managed. Active search results is like a small search engine and a search engine submission, and they help get them indexed into the bigger search engine like Google and Bing and a few of the old miners. Okay, so here we're just going to add another website URL. Always come up with a little add. And I want to get this page right here, this lead capture, not a lead capture page, it's actually a bridge page. Copy that URL. Then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to paste it. One of the reasons why I got it meta tagged properly is so that it has the proper tags to feed the spiders in the search engines. And we're going to submit it. Okay. And right now it's waiting on indexing. It'll take a day or two. And we're finished. And sign out. If you want to link back to it, you can. They have a little plugin that you can link back to your website. So I could put a little piece of code down here at the bottom of this page. All right. So now we're finished with the ASR insert. Let's go back over here and go to ExactSeek. This is another one of my favorites. I have about 3 or 4 favorites that I use. Okay. And I'm going to place that URL right there, and I'm going to put my email in there, agree to the terms of use, submit the site, and it's submitted. Okay. They have a lot of other programs that you can check out. Member login, add a URL, add more, you know. They have a monthly page service that you can use on reinsertions that help boost your traffic, okay? I get as much free traffic as I can. Here is entire web. You can read the description on each one. It has free and paid offerings. And here we're going to submit that URL, and we're going to put our email address in there and proceed. And then we're going to choose free. You can do reinsertion for $29 a month. Okay. And sometimes this will go and put Yahoo, but this is mostly Bing. Click here. Bing doesn't allow anonymous plugs anymore, but it does get in there. Okay. You might have to log into Bing with a Microsoft account and then do a manual submission. Okay. The anonymous URL submission tool is being retired as of September the 18th of 2018, so almost 3 years ago. But it's being inserted into Google, AOL, Excite, entire web, InfoSpace, DuckDuckGo, so that when people search for some of these keywords, you know, eventually they would find your site. Sometimes my site comes up first page, first listing, first page within the first 3 to 5 or 10 listings. Okay. Kind of depends on what people are searching for. Just as an aside, if you go over to entire web and you want some really good ad market, they do SEO work. They do good SEO work, but if you want to buy some ads online, you can fairly cheap, not really expensive. You can do email advertising, guest post advertising, solo email, banner ads. They've got these on sale. This is the free submission where you first put in your submission. This is post submission on the confirmation page. So, you know, when I did the submission, you can put your website in here like this, paste, and then of course you have to have the URL to the banner where you're advertising the site. So you would have to do a screen capture and make a banner out of this, and then host it on a website like in your media files over on a WordPress site. I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to go back here. So there's some, you know, steps that you have to take, because then they download the image. I'm not going to go into that, but this is where they do have some good paid advertising if you want. And as long as the banner is put together nice and professionally, display ads, banner ads, they do work. Okay. And then we'll go down here to the next. Submit Start is another one. And we're going to put in that URL again, and we're going to put in email address. This is a box that you would click for getting guaranteed submission of your site every month for only $2.95. You don't need to check that. And then click submit. All right. Now it's loading, it's submitting. And as soon as all of these get complete and checked, then they are submitted. All right. This is still trying to submit over here. This is why this is still running. So we'll click over here, opens up a new tab. Again, we go back over here and then click on the Bing. And we get the retired message again. So now they're all done. So once you click on those two links, and this, of course, is what I was telling you about on the confirmation page. Your confirmation page, after you do all the submitting, you can put a 300 by 250 pixel ad up there, and same thing for exact seek, submit, start. They have some really great paid ads that you can do with them. Okay. And they even have a little JavaScript that if you want to put it on your website, people can just submit straight from your website. Okay. And then, of course, here is the meta tag generator that I showed you earlier, where you can just generate meta tags. Getting back to the Webmaster tools, this is the overview. If you want to download it, I'll show you where to download it. They have pop-unders, pop-ups. The pop-unders and pop-ups don't work anymore because most browsers like Chrome and Firefox, most of the time it'll pop up in a new tab like mine did. So when I go up here and I've got this set to open up in the blank tag, it opens up in a new tab. That's basically the way pop-ups work on a browser if you allow them on your browser. If you don't allow them, it'll come up with a message, and it'll ask you, do you want to allow pop-ups or pop-unders? And you have to tell it yes or no. I've got mine to automatically, open up in a new tab when I set the blank tag on a link. All right. So that's basically how you use that. And then you go and if you want to try out some of these other let me get back over here and pick up keywords right here on the keywords. I'll be finished in a minute. I'm recording live. Here you can take your keywords and plug them into the tool here, use the tool or use the online tool. They have a lot of other fancy little tools that you can use. They got drop-down menus, head shadows, link cloaker, all these tools. All right. So that is all that you need there to get started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here to the link over on Viral Atom, and I'm going to put this in the comments. So if you want to look at that later, you can go over there and see the actual website over on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook channels, destinations. Okay. I've got 4 comments showing up from this. So if you have any questions, you know where to get in touch with me, right here on Facebook or YouTube. Just send me a message and I'll be glad to help you out. And this is Ernest Odell, and I am going to stop sharing over here on the other computer. And I'm going to take that out and log the other one out and go back to our sign off page. We've been running for about 34 minutes. I'm not going to go an hour tonight, so I'm going to make this a little short. So you can find these right there. Go back up here to the pre-meta tag generator, the active search results, exact seek, the submit start, the entire web, and then of course you can download the Webmaster tools. They're on the website provided just above this video. On the YouTube channel, it'll be down below. Like, subscribe to our channel, share it out. Appreciate the comments. If you have any questions, send me a message. This is Ernest Odell, and we will be calling yet another evening, 35 minutes and 50 seconds. Have a good night, have a good weekend, and a happy Easter to all of you.